Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be doing episode 2 of the Misfit of Demon Academy. Thanks to a Patreon request by Dark Syntax. I appreciate it, man. This is a currently running show, and episode 1 was pretty damn epic. I didn't really know what to expect kind of going into this. You know, a new show, not really anything to go off of. I hadn't heard anything about it, and I wasn't expecting the main character to be OP as hell. An actual now we know he's an actual demon, like he's reincarnated as this ultimate being, and he showed that by doing stuff I don't think I've ever seen in an anime. Literally killing somebody, reviving them just to kill them again. Thinking offhand, I don't think I've ever seen that. That's a new one to me. Just doing that in itself was epic as all hell. But if you start the show like this, where do you go from this? Can you upgrade from there? Can it become more epic than the first episode was? That would be my question. Anyway, if you guys want to recommend a show like this as well, check out my Yandere tier on Patreon, where you can recommend a episode of a show each month. And let's go ahead and start. Oh, this must be in the past. Exactly, that's the... You'll always have an enemy. That's probably something he's never thought about. Oh, so that's what he ended up doing. Reincarnated. So he wasn't a bad guy. Ooh. Wait, or not just him would get reincarnated? Other people? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Misinformation. How is this going to work? The show is called Misfit. How do you make the actual demon lord a misfit? Ooh. Interesting, a class system. Kind of throwing them to the wolves immediately. He definitely knows all the answers, right? Of everything. Wow, they're serious. One mistake immediately. That should indicate something's odd about this fellow. This guy is just gonna have it. Everything's gonna be too easy. Huh. I guess they kind of look alike. Just gotta, you know, be upfront with it. There you go. Insta friends. Damn.
ただ魔法で動くだけのガラクタ人形よ。
と目を凝らして深淵を見ることだな。
よかったわね。でも生意気が過ぎるんじゃないかしら。ねえ。
This school better have a big budget on repairs.
そうだ。俺の班に入らないか。ミーシャと仲良くできる。
Those eyes say, don't fuck with me. Family issues there.
授業ずっと寝てて大丈夫？
ああ、全くつまらぬ話を。
I don't know why, but she kind of reminds me of like Rin Tosaka from Fate. I'm getting those vibes from her.
私の言うことには絶対服従。どんな些細な口答えも許さないわ。
別にそれでいいぞ。そんなむやみに破滅の魔眼が出ているが。
感情が高ぶると自然に出る。
制御できぬというわけか。
Maybe some anger issues as well.
ちゃんと約束は覚えてるわよね。
ああ、ゼクトを交わすか。
そうね。その子にやらせなさい。
So that's how you do it. It's an interesting way to kind of.
が戦闘不能、あるいはガイズを維持できなくなれば決着です。籠城が有利。
と相手は読んでいるだろうな。
どうすれば？
Can't he technically just do this himself? Just instantly make castles like that. The magic in this show is way above. Immediately. Come on, you see that smile? You know he's just gonna keep going. He's confident as fuck.
いいわ。一人で来るなんて無謀と戦術を履き違えていることを教えてあげなさい。
それはどうかな。補助しろと言っているようなものだぞ。バカな。
問題ないわ。
He's teaching you while he's destroying you.
無駄よ。半魔法も多重にかけられているわ。
随分と軽そうな城だな。
Jesus! How strong is this guy? That castle is not a basketball. That was way too easy. I'm just waiting for him to say, child's play. They're all supposed to be these high-class students. It's gotta be embarrassing or a shot to the gut. At least he respects her skill. Damn! Is the reward just shame and death? Shield level 1, shot level 1000. This man doesn't need a team. He's a fucking army and a pair of eyes. He's already done that. Look, exactly. You are just waiting on this thing to join his group. This man can create a harem, but just by staring. I knew it. One sentence from him is gonna have you swooning. 1 month old, man. See, that's gotta be strange for them. But I do too. Okay, we'll share him. Am I saying the ending already? Though I think this show's gonna go beyond the typical harem ending. Hopefully. Huh.
あなたのおかげでミーシャと仲ならずなことを言う人はあなた以外にいないもの。
That's just pure confidence. His fate was already sealed once, so he gets a restart.
なんで断るのよ。
Maybe if you just do it, he'd be into it. What the? Oh, okay. Episode 2. Yeah, because friends kiss on the mouth. You met him like 4 hours ago. If anyone's getting a harem, that man's getting a fucking harem. This is a harem show. Is it too early to say best girl? My God, it's from the first episode to the second episode, I kind of thought, you know, you go from a crazy intro, you know, of a first episode, you kind of expect, okay, it's got to slow down a little bit, right? But they're summoning castles, cannons, they're doing team magic attacks, can we just talk about the full amount of strength and magic in this show? I'm not gonna say a straight comparison from show to show, because that's not really fair, because other shows have their own strengths of magic, but just by sheer design and maybe the way it's animated, the magic in this seems to be extreme compared to a lot of shows. I mean, they're just students, right? And I mean, even them as a group, they're summoning that weird cannon thing. And, you know, we saw, you know, one of the girls summon, you know, castles with ease. The sheer amount of strength and magic is ridiculous. How do you even match that? If mere students are doing this, and I don't even think we've seen the extent, you know, of our main character here's power. So if mere students are summoning castles and summoning cannons to that length and that strength, how strong are the teachers? How strong are there's got to be stronger people than the teachers. So what is the extent of strength in this world? It's got to be immense. I mean, it's definitely not just Flash, as we've seen, of how strong these abilities are, but Jesus, can we just say the main character? I always laugh about main character powers of getting every girl attracted to them immediately, but this one I think completely takes the cake. I'm telling you, if I've ever been, I mean, I haven't watched like a harem type show where there's a billion girls and one guy, like, you know, into the main character in a long time. But this has got the feels of that type of show, but times it by a billion. He can smile. I mean, he got a good girl like that. And tell me if anybody else agrees with me. That girl reminds me to fuck of Rin Tosaka, which is one of the best characters in Fate. But reminds me extremely like her. But on top of it, getting a kiss, getting a girl you just met like that with that type of attitude to kiss you on the mouth immediately, instant love immediately. This is a harem show. It has to be. I mean, more than that, obviously. Okay, let's not just say it's a harem show, but this guy's got a potential to have an immense, like the biggest harem of any show ever. I'm telling you, this guy can get two girls to be into him immediately in 2 episodes. Let's keep the trend going. I'm cool with that. Oh man, it's funny how you don't with some shows you don't really expect. Yeah, you kind of don't expect much, especially when you start a new show. You don't really know what to expect. But Jesus, back to back bangers like this, just immediate great episodes. I mean, I'm feeling like 2013 AJ right now. I had this fascination with like harem based shows. I just watch. And it's kind of crazy that, this one has those feelings, but it's way more than that. And then top it off with just crazy cool magic. I am curious to see where they go from here. You start with summoning castles, killing reborn, like that type of magic immediately. How do you go up from there? I'm excited to see how much magic they use in this show. Holy shit. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to recommend a show as well, you check out my Patreon request tab, which would be the Yandere tier on my Patreon. Thank you again for Dark Syntax for recommending this. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.